And we're back with Third Eye View and our guest, Glenda of Moonset Meditation. Glenda, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right now, I am teaching meditation. I'm a Reiki master. I'm about to start teaching Qigong classes right here at the Zen Bed.
That's awesome.
And I do women's retreats and coaching and really trying to help people learn a lot of life tools that can help them deal with stress. And make things easier in their life.
And who doesn't need tools to deal with stress? My
we
goodness,
all do.
Such a busy day.
Do.
Yeah.
And are you looking at me again when you say
No,
that?
I swear I wasn't.
No, but given from what Em said earlier, for Debbie, meditation was a real challenge when we first started.
Yes.
And we started slowly and built up, and now she's like a champion, and she's leading meditations.
Yes. Glenda's been with us with Kawartha Mediums for a long time, for a number of years now. So she's seeing the transition in my beautiful mother going from what we call, I guess, monkey mind, eh, Glenda?
Yeah, sure.
To a little bit more streamlined. She actually can sit still and focus. And
yeah, it's been really good.
Absolutely.
Really good.
So we know her first experience with meditation. What's your first experience with meditation?
Mine was pretty interesting. I was in a really stressful spot in my life where I was desperately looking for anything that was going to help me feel better. And I had a friend who kept saying, you need to meditate, you need to meditate. And so I went one day and she taught meditation. And my first experience was a 2-hour standing meditation, repeating a mantra with my hands in a certain position.
That is intense. That's intense for a first experience. Not like ours with you.
Yes.
You were very easy on us, I guess.
I did like 5 minutes. So it was, but it was okay. And I was good with it, surprisingly. And they recommended that you continue 30 minutes a day. And so I did, because again, I was desperate for anything. And I did. And in less than 2 weeks, there was a shift in how I felt. It didn't make everything, sunshine and lollipops,
but
I definitely, my, feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 went from like 2 or 3 to like 8.
Oh, that's fabulous.
And that was the only thing that had changed in my life was doing the meditation.
Now, going back to our hot topic from earlier, have you noticed that it has a significant impact on memory or signs of aging or things like that?
Well,
when you look, be good.
When you keep digging to try and help me. Yeah.
When you look in the mirror, you're not sure, but you know what? It feels good. It makes you just feel better, I think, all around. And one of the ways I think that helps with memory is because when you're in a meditation, it's also a focus, because when your mind starts traveling, you bring it back, whether it's a mantra or following your breath. So you're having to, it's working on your focus and your clarity, right? Because you're in that meditation, you're bringing it back to that. And when you do it in the morning, you're starting your morning off on a peaceful spot instead of erasing, even if it's like 5 or 10 minutes a day.
And I just have to add that Glenda has 4 dogs in her house, 4 service dogs in training. So to start off the morning peaceful must be really
focused. Peaceful and focused. I think I find that's a lot of the issues when people are starting their day. There's such a list of to-dos that it's really hard to bring things back to center and just focus on what's important.
Yeah, and with the study, so there's lots of studies, and there's one that's that showed that it actually changes your brain. It was done with researchers from Harvard and working with the University of Massachusetts and the hospital there, and they took, I think there was 60 participants through an 8-week program. 2 weeks before, they did MRIs on their brain. 2 weeks after, they did MRIs on their brain, and they did like a once-a-week class, and then they meditated on their own. And it was an average of about 27 minutes. And it physically changed the brain. The hippocampus, the part of your brain that helps with learning and memory, and parts of your brain that help you deal with stress, got bigger. The amygdala, which is the fight or flight part of your brain, actually got smaller. So this kind of goes, your study is backing that up. And I mean, these monks are meditating for hours, but this was just regular people who were stressed out and part of a mindfulness-based meditation stress program.
I think that's fabulous to point out, Glenda, because we're going from monks where people think that it's one extreme, but it really can be everyday folk.
Yeah, true.
So just before we head off to our demonstration, can you quickly mention how this became your career?
Well, actually, you guys had a part in that, in helping me, because I was, so stressed. Even after I got past that stage, I had a lot of healing to do, within myself, and a lot of self-confidence to build back up. But I was a crisis meditator initially, where that means you feel bad, you meditate, you feel better, and then you stop. And then you start feeling bad, and it's back and forth and back and forth.
I like that crisis meditator.
Yeah.
I've never heard that
but
before.
One day the light bulb went off, and I realized I felt so much better. And so then I haven't stopped since then, and that was in 2012. And then I decided I really wanted to share this with other people who are feeling like I did.
Oh, wow.
So I decided to start studying with David G.
So do how Emily told you in the circle that night.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah.
So we do have development circles where we practice, and Glenda was one of the first in our circles, and
Let you do
a little
Glenda,
bit of a
you're so
message
cute.
delivery
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't tell anybody I signed up for this training, and it was kind of outside my boss, wasn't sure, and I came, and Emily gave me a message that night, and she was like, "You've got a secret and you're not telling." And
I don't typically out secrets, okay?
but it was true. So then I told them that I was starting my studying as a meditation teacher with David G. And I've gone on to do advanced training with them, and I'm still working with them to this day, and then evolved my Reiki practice. I'm now a Qigong instructor, and just growing women's coaching, whatever I can do to help bring people that
Absolutely.
I've got a business name change possibly coming up too. We
Oh.
talked about the other night, Pathways to Serenity, because everything I do is trying to help people find that place.
Find that serenity.
Maybe you should give us a little background quick on David G also, who David G is and why it was important that you're with him.
Oh, he's pretty amazing. If you haven't heard of him, look him up, davidg.com. He, if you've heard of the 21-day meditation challenge that Deepak Chopra did, and he still does. Now he does it
yes.
with Oprah. David G was the originator of that. He worked with Deepak Chopra side by side for 10 years, building the Chopra Center and everything that they were doing there. And he started that. And he's just a font of wisdom. Ancient wisdom, modern wisdom. I love him to death.
Oh, well, that is
And it's
so
amazing to
exciting.
learn from
That's
him.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm very-
we'll have
it's
to
very
check him up
exciting.
on the good old Google. Be sure to subscribe to our Third Eye View YouTube channel and check us out on Facebook. And as always, you can connect with us through Kawartha Mediums as well.